Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode, let's talk about the Cube Agree C62 Race bike for the 2022 season. But before we start, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And of course, if you are already a subscriber, then definitely thank you. So, as I was saying, Cube Agree C62 Race. One of the interesting things about this bike is that it's one of the first bikes for the 2022 season which has the latest, greatest, newest Shimano Ultegra R8100 electronic group set, which is also electronic semi-wireless group set. So this is going to be a very interesting thing about this bike. So we have to start by answering the question, who is this bike for? So you see, Cube Agree platform is all about endurance bike rides, also kind of all-in-one bike, which has a bit of aerodynamically optimized tubing on the carbon fiber frame and the carbon fiber fork. So if you are in the market for a kind of a bit more relaxed geometry, endurance road bike, then definitely have a look at the Cube Agree C62 Race bike. Retail price for this bike is 4,000 British pounds, so definitely not a cheap bike, it's a spicy price. But we will see the specifications of this bike and I will give my opinion how the specifications stack up against the retail price of this bike. So 4,000 British pounds or approximately 4,500 euros. I don't think you can get this bike in the USA. I don't think Cube has any kind of distributors for the US, but maybe I'm wrong. And of course, as you know, the Cube is a German bike brand which has a lot of heritage in making both road and mountain bikes. One good thing here is that although the price is, 4,000 British pounds, Cube is offering you two paint schemes. One is this pretty classical, I would call it, black on black paint scheme. Definitely wouldn't be my choice. I would gladly go with this other paint scheme that they are offering, which is this metallic light blue with a hint of dark blue. Absolutely beautiful paint scheme, and again, it's a good thing that Cube can offer two paint schemes on this 4,000 British pounds road bike. So now let's dive in and let's really see what do you get for your hard-earned money. And as always, I will kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So the frame is the C62 Advanced Twin Mold carbon fiber frame from Cube. It has an internal cable routing, it has a flat mount disc brakes, 12mm through axles both front and the back, and this should also be a carbon fiber frame with the press fit bottom bracket. The fork is a carbon fiber fork, so Cube CSL Evo aerodynamically optimized carbon fiber fork with the flat mount disc brakes and again 12mm through axle. Just keep in mind that carbon fiber frames from Cube have only 3 years warranty, which is very disappointing in my opinion, and I think Cube should work on this and should increase the warranty to at least 5 years warranty. Ultimately one day hopefully something like 10 years or even a lifetime warranty. So just keep that in mind. So now let's move on to the group set and the braking system of this bike, which is definitely a highlight of the bike. So as I said, the bike is equipped with the latest, newest, greatest, Shimano Ultegra electronic group set. This is the Shimano Ultegra R8000 group set. So let's start with the braking system. So the braking system is the Shimano Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes. In this iteration is going to be the newest R8170 hydraulic disc brakes, flat mount disc brakes front and the back, 160mm braking rotors both front and the back. And what's a good thing here is that you are getting the Shimano's MT800 braking rotors. So you see these braking rotors come from the mountain bike world. So this is the Shimano XT, the XT braking rotors. They are absolutely superb with the Shimano's iStack Ice Freeza technology. Of course, they are 160 millimeters both front and the back, and the total weight of this rotor is, for size 160 millimeters, is going to be only 108 grams. So absolutely superb braking performance on this bike. Now let's talk about the whole group set. So as I said, this newest Shimano Ultegra iteration, Ultegra R8100, is a semi-wireless group set, and also it is a 12-speed group set now. So before you had 11-speed group set, now they moved to the 12-speed group set. And when I say that the group set is a semi-wireless group set, what do I mean? So you see, the shifters are wirelessly communicating with the rear mech, and then there is a cable which goes from the rear mech to the front mech and the battery. So basically rear mech and the front mech are cable connected, but the connection between the shifters and the rear mech is wireless. And Shimano claims that the reason why they did it, why they didn't go fully wireless, is primarily because if you want to have the top-notch, the best front mech shifting, and especially, you know, shifting under the load when you are accelerating, then definitely cable option is much better. And I have to say, I truly believe Shimano here, because still Shimano's group set is an absolute benchmark when it comes to shifting under the load, both to the higher or the kind of lower gears, and I believe that they have done a good job with this kind of semi-wireless Shimano Ultegra group set. So the rear mech on this bike is the Shimano's Ultegra Electronic Di2. This is the RD8150 12-speed rear mech. As I said, the whole new Shimano Ultegra group set is 12-speed. Front mech is again Shimano's Ultegra Di2. Shifters are Shimano Ultegra Di2, the newest version R8170. So absolutely, when it comes to the group set, absolutely top-notch semi-wireless electronic group set. I mean, I have no complaints here. Crankset on the bike, again, the newest crankset from Shimano, Shimano Ultegra R8100 crankset. This crankset is 5034 crankset, and you see this is a dedicated crankset for the 12-speed Shimano group set. Looks absolutely stunning, beautiful in this kind of matte black, kind of polished black. And also I have to mention here that this one is 5034, but there's another option if you are buying this crankset on the open market, which is 5236 chainrings. And the average weight of this crankset is 711 grams. Absolutely superb product from Shimano. And also keep in mind that this newest Shimano Ultegra crankset can come with the power meter included. This one doesn't have it, but again, if you are buying on the open market, a power meter is an option. Cassette on the bike, again superb choice, Shimano Ultegra R8100 cassette, and you see here it's an 1134 cassette. So now you have a huge cassette, 1134, which is a 12-speed cassette, paired with the 5034 chainrings. So finally now you can have a 1:1 ratio, considering the crankset and the cassette. So you absolutely won't have any problems in climbing any steep mountains. Chain on this bike, again, no cutting corners. This is the Shimano's M8100. So this M8100 is again from the mountain bike world. It is a 12-speed Shimano XT level chain. Absolutely superb, and absolutely no cutting corners here. So when it comes to the group set, when it comes to the Shimano hydraulic disc brakes, crankset, chain, cassette, everything is absolutely superb on this bike. Now let's talk about the wheel set on the bike. So you see, you will get a Fulcrum Racing 44 DB wheel set. So this Fulcrum Racing 4 series of wheels is a classical aluminium wheel set from Fulcrum. Total weight of the wheel set is 1710 grams, and the rim height is 34 millimeters with the internal rim width of 19 millimeters. Of course, this Fulcrum Racing 4 wheel set is specifically dedicated to the disc brakes, center lock disc brakes, 24 spokes front and the back, and the hubs on this wheel set is the Fulcrum on hubs with the sealed cartridge bearings. I hope they are gonna be fine. I have no experience with these specific Fulcrum hubs, and just keep in mind that the total weight, system weight that this wheelset can take is 120 kilograms. So this means that a rider plus bike plus any equipment that you might be carrying. All in all, as I say, classic aluminum wheelset, about 1750 grams. I mean, nothing special to add here. Now let's talk about the tires. So the tires on this wheelset are the Continental Grand Sport Race SL tire, 28mm tire. I really like that Cube has included a 28mm tire on this endurance bike, simply because more air volume in the tire will make your ride much smoother. Now let's talk about some of the smaller components on the bike, like the handlebar and the stem. So see, the handlebar is the Newman Advanced carbon fiber handlebar. Absolutely superb. I'm so glad that the Cube has included a carbon fiber handlebar on this bike. You don't see this often. And the stem is the Cube's own Aero stem with internal cable routing. We can say, you know, without the cable routing now, there only might be the cables going for the hydraulic disc brakes, because now the shifters are wireless. So handlebar and the stem are separated pieces, which is again great, because if you need fine-tuning the position on the bike or you want to change some piece, it's very easy to do. Seat post and the saddle. So seat post is the Cube's Agree C62 Aero seat post. I'm expecting this seat post to be the carbon fiber seat post. I don't think Cube will cut corners here. And the saddle is the Natural Fit Nuance Light saddle. Again, some kind of in-house production from Cube. Same stuff like you have this Newman handlebar, again, in-house brand of Cube. If you don't like this saddle, it's an easy thing to change. Saddles are always a personal preference, so please do keep your preferred saddle as long as you can. One little touch here is that the seat clamp is the fully integrated Aero seat clamp on the seat post. Now let's talk about the total weight of the bike. Cube says it's 8.2 kilograms. I'm hoping they gave the weight for something like size 56, which would be pretty decent bike weight. This would be just nice to recheck with your Cube bike dealer. 8.2 kilograms for what size of the bike? So, in a summary, do I have any special complaints about this bike? So let's put it in a perspective of 4,000 British pounds retail price or 4,500 euros retail price. So all in all, I mean, I don't have any special complaints, you know, about the bike. I am, of course, aware that the biggest thing that bothers me here is that the carbon fiber frame and the fork come with only 3 years warranty from Cube. I would expect them to step it up for at least 5 years warranty. Also, another little small complaint is, I know they had to cut corners somewhere, so they have used the classical Fulcrum Racing 4DB wheelset, which again is going to be totally fine out of the box, but maybe in the future you would like to upgrade your wheelset, and then you have a lot of choices if you want, you know, an aluminum wheelset or a carbon fiber wheelset. I would always suggest you to start looking at something like DT Swiss and see what they can do. I mean, for example, this Fulcrum Racing 4DB wheelset, if you would buy it on the open market, it would cost you approximately 450 euros, just so you have a kind of feeling. So all in all, definitely a highlight of this bike is the newest Shimano Ultegra semi-wireless group set, which is now a 12-speed group set, and it includes everything from, you know, shifters, front mech, rear mech, crankset, chain, cassette, hydraulic disc brakes with superb braking rotors. So it's an absolutely brilliantly put together components on this bike. So I think this is gonna be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Pura Vida!